Hi, and welcome to the first episode in a new series where I am attempting to level a character from 1 to 60 in hardcore classic WoW, whilst trying to complete all of the Horde questing achievements that are in the original hardcore add-on. So if you download the original hardcore add-on and go to the achievements tab, questing, and make sure you filter by which faction you're playing. There are a bunch of challenges to try and do on the way to 60, and my plan for this series is to record with commentary my attempts at each of these challenges. I did actually do this one yesterday because it's very, very straightforward and probably not worth showing. It's just a regular level 11 mob, whereas most of these are quite difficult, involve going to dangerous places, taking on dangerous enemies. And I'll also plan to record my gameplay of leveling to 60 when I'm not doing the achievements, but that will be without commentary. That will just be sort of a long form recording that'll be there if you want to, you know, watch what happens, or just have it on in the background maybe. So the achievement we're going to try right now is Captain Dargol goes back to the grave. So to get this achievement we need to complete the family crypt quest before reaching level 12. So I'm currently level 11 and nearly there. I haven't given myself much room. I ended up getting way more experience completing the second achievement because I had to travel to Mulgore to do it. So fingers crossed we can finish this quest and get the achievement before we, ding level 12. So this quest is in the north of Tirisfal Glades, and in order to finish it we need to kill 8 wailing ancestors, 8 rotting ancestors, and Captain Dargol, who is at the bottom of the crypt you can see in front of me. And the reason why this quest is so dangerous and it kills a lot of people, I saw someone online refer to this quest as the Forsaken Filter because it kills a lot of people who aren't prepared for it, which I quite liked. The reason why it's so dangerous is because it's quite cramped down there. There's a lot of tight staircases and corners, and we're going to need to be able to fight 3 mobs at the same time. And luckily, as a mage, we have ways of doing that. But I'm going to show you, hopefully, a way that you can split pull them. So as long as you start a fight with a group of mobs all at the same time, you can draw them out and fight one at a time. Whereas if you fight one mob and then that mob pulls the others to aid it, it's impossible to split them up. So hopefully I'll show you how to do this as a mage before you get Flame Strike and Blizzard. We can do it using Frost Nova. So yeah, let's have a go. Gonna buff up. So my tactics for one mob at a time is just to load them down with a Frostbolt, hit them with a Fireball, and then Frostbolt until they Frostbolt until they die. Sometimes use a Fire Blast as well. But if things go bad, I'm going to run this direction anyway, so I'm now kind of on the clock. So the nameplates are showing the enemies here, so I'm just going to, as much as possible, try and fight them one at a time. So as you can see, one mob at a time is no problem at all. Polymorph unfortunately doesn't work on these enemies because they're undead. So let's carry on. So down here to the right, I believe, are 3 enemies. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm confused. It's possible that I'm confusing it with another staircase, or there might be someone else who's down here as well, which would be a shame, because it would mean we're not taking on the challenge at its fullest, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to drink to fall in between most of the fights, because I never know if I might accidentally... Okay, yeah, it looks like somebody else has just recently cleared this place. So that means it's... In some sense it's easier, because we might not have to fight a pack of mobs all at the same time. But it also means that there's the risk of mobs spawning on top of us, like exactly like that. So I'm gonna reset here. So we're off to a good start. So I'm just gonna run here, and they hopefully should give up the chase before they get to me. Perfect. That was a little close. Alright, so this makes it a little more interesting because of the respawns being a bit split. So I'm just going to be ready to run if I need to. But hopefully I can kill these. I'll keep progressing through. Yeah, so there's usually a pack of 3 enemies here. I think we've killed 2 of them now, so it does make this pool slightly easier, because they've been separated. But there's also the chance that they're going to spawn right on top of me as soon as I move through. I love the music here as well. It kind of adds to the mystery and the suspense of it all. Okay, so we've got 3 enemies here, and I'm going to try... see if I can pull this one by itself. Nope. I'm going to... just in time, I'm going to back up and reset. What you saw there is a really weird feature of Classic WoW, where vertical distance doesn't affect mobs' attack range, only kind of horizontal. So luckily one of them made it to us, so we can now fight this one on its own. Yeah, it's very, very strange. So if a mob is really, really far away from you, in a vertical distance, but is right next to you in terms of its horizontal position, it can sometimes land hits on you. So that's why, even though it was 2 staircases below me, those mobs were able to attack me, which is a little strange. So I'm trying to move as quick as I can. Try and stick to this side of the crypt. We've got 2 mobs here, should be able to take both of these. Give a good whack with my staff. As you can see, 2 enemies at the same time is fine. Just going to check. We killed the mob, I think, that was roaming around, so that's quite nice. That mob shouldn't come too close. Should be able to sort of sneak through. Yeah, managed to pull this one on its own, which is really nice. So there's the quest mob, Captain Dargol. And it looks like we might pull both of these at the same time. But if so, then that's fine. We can fight that. He is level 13, which is a little scary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kite him all the way out. So as long as you sort of re-engage the mob every couple of seconds, they'll keep chasing you. Okay, he has pulled another mob, so we're going to freeze them, get some distance, and then hopefully this should be enough to... Alright, so we've done the hard part. Now we need to kill 2 each. I'm just going to let it safe and use my minor healing potion while I regen some mana. Freeze him. Back up. And there we go. So all that's left is to kill 2 more Wailing Ancestors, 1 more Rotting Ancestor. And then we should have some experience left so we don't ding. And I'm really hoping that we still get credit for the achievement, even though we're going to hit level 12 when we hand in the quest. I'm hoping that the game recognises that we finish the quest before we hit level 12. But worst case scenario, it doesn't give us the achievement points, but at least, you know, at least I know, at least you guys know that we did it properly. It's on video at last. At least, I mean. So 1 more Rotting Ancestor, and then we can Hearthstone back to Brill. I'm just drinking up in case it pulls the second one. Doesn't look like it will now that it's moved away. Alright, the moment of truth. So if it works, we'll get a little pop-up on the screen that we got the achievement once we hand the quest in. If that doesn't pop up, it means that it believes we hit level 12 first, which would be a shame. Because this quest gives 900 experience, which will make us level up. So far I've got the achievement for this quest, which I did yesterday. And here we go, moment of truth.
That better be good.
Hooray! Okay, gifted. I was going to say gifted us. It gave us the achievement. So if we go to our achievements tab on our... So you get this page if you have the hardcore add-on installed, and it's going to keep a log of the achievements we've done. So we killed Arakea in Mulgore and completed the Right to the Earth Mother quest, which was very, very straightforward. It was just run around, interact with a few different things, and then fight 1 level 11 Kodo, non-elite. So very straightforward. And we just completed Captain Dargol Goes Back to the Grave. So up next is Burning Shadows, which is completing the Burning Shadows quest before reaching level 13. So we're going to pretty much head there right now, and I'll record it in episode 2. Actually, probably be episode 3, because episode 2 will be the kind of the questing in between. But thanks so much for watching. Hopefully it makes sense what the challenge run is all about. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.